What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jim. I am your CBD expert, your natural healthcare expert, and your worldwide virtual health coach. And I want to welcome you to tonight's live. Now, tonight's live is going to be tonight is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. How does that sound, right? That sounds important, right? So when you're getting on, I hope I'm on the right page so more and more people are getting on, but CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. So when you're getting on, if you wouldn't mind putting down in the comments whether you're watching it live, because I love to know, are you getting the full energy of Dr. Jim live? Are you watching on the replay? But either way, tonight's topic is going to be awesome. If you need to hear it, you need to hear it. So tonight's topic is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. Now listen, if you're affected with rheumatoid arthritis or someone else that you know is affected with rheumatoid arthritis, go ahead and like this video and share it out to as many people as you want, because this is a big, big deal. So once again, thank you everybody when you're getting on, putting where you're coming in from and live or on the replay, because you know I love to know that. So the title for today is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. The disclaimer for tonight is I am not your doctor tonight. You are not my patient tonight, and there is nothing about tonight's video that constitutes a doctor-patient relationship. So please do not change anything about your current medical treatment, because you heard me talk about something cool on this video. Part number 2 of that is CBD oil is a natural supplement. It is not a drug. Therefore, it is not intended for the diagnosis, treatment, or cure of any specific disease or condition, including anything that we might talk about during this video tonight. All right? So, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Please like it and share it and get it out to everyone. But tonight's topic is CBD oil and rheumatoid arthritis. Now, why is this important? Well, listen, if you have it, if you have problems with rheumatoid arthritis, you know exactly how important this is. This is life-changing stuff. It can significantly impact your life and your quality of life and what you can do. But a couple stats about rheumatoid arthritis is approximately 54 million adults and 300,000 children in the U.S. have been diagnosed with arthritis or some type of rheumatic disorder that causes pain in the joints. All right, that's a lot of people. Now, there's a couple things I want to make distinctions about. You know, when people talk about arthritis, people go, I don't know if I have RA or do I have osteoarthritis. So there's a big difference between the two, and I'm going to kind of try to give you a very simple and quick explanation. Osteoarthritis. This is damage to cartilage. It typically happens in a single joint. Classic example, high school football player injured his right knee in high school, damaged the cartilage, and over time there was degeneration of that cartilage, and now at 47 years old, he's got the cartilage is inflamed, it's irritated, it's worn down. That is osteoarthritis. All right? Rheumatoid arthritis is a different animal altogether, because rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune condition. Now, what that means is in rheumatoid arthritis, your own immune system is actually attacking the synovium. The joint capsule around the joint is attacking it and creating inflammation and damage. All right? And so the unique thing about rheumatoid arthritis is it tends to often be bilateral. So when it attacks, you might get it in both wrists at the same time, both knees at the same time. Another thing that it does is it seems to jump, right? Like one day your knee is inflamed really bad, another day your wrist is inflamed, another day it's your ankle, another day it's your fingers, another day it could be your shoulder. So because rheumatoid arthritis is a systemic inflammatory process, whereas osteoarthritis is very much very typically a joint specific or a damaged joint type of arthritis, okay? So just want everybody to understand kind of the difference between rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. Now, how could CBD oil help with rheumatoid arthritis, right? Well, a couple things. I'm gonna hit this from 2 different directions. The first direction is just from a symptom standpoint, right? Because we know that from a symptom standpoint, there are definitely very specific things that you can do that CBD oil might have a positive impact on treating the symptoms. Because let's face it, almost all medical treatments for rheumatoid arthritis are ultimately, I'm going to try to center up here, most rheumatoid arthritis treatments medically are really about treating the symptoms, pain and inflammation, right? So we also know that a lot of those pain and inflammation treatments have some negative side effects. Well, CBD oil has a lot less of them, and that's one of the reasons what makes it so great. So in a 2000, and I like to read these so I'm not wrong, but in a 2011, sorry, I'm all blown out again. In a 2011 study, found that CBD oil reduced the inflammatory pain in rats, right? So what they did was they basically, they gave rats rheumatoid arthritis, and they gave them CBD oil, and what they found out is that they moved around and they functioned much, much better with CBD oil. So their pain scores and their ability to function was much, much higher, which is really, really cool. Then there was a 2016 study that found that the topical application of CBD had the potential to relieve pain and inflammation associated with arthritis. So there's a second study giving us sort of the symptomatic relief to help, 2 studies showing they could help reduce pain and inflammation. There was another study where they found out that CBD oil helped, it really helped in 2 ways. Number one is it helped reduce inflammation, but what it also did was, see, inside of your joints, there's nerve receptors, all right? And they're basically talking to your brain, telling you what's going on in that joint. And what they found out is in a lot of osteo situations or arthritic situations is not only is there damage to the cartilage, but then the nerve endings that are in the joint actually, they develop neuropathies. They start to become damaged and die, and part of that is what you experience as pain in your brain from the joint. Well, what they found out was that the CBD oil helped protect the nerves in the joint. Isn't that awesome, right? So we can see right off the bat that let's face it, all right? I've been in natural healthcare for a long time, and I'm always about treating cause. Like, let's get to the cause of it. Let's try to fix the cause. But at the same time, if there was a way on the route to the cause that we could help alleviate some symptoms, that's pretty awesome. That's why I love CBD oil. That's why I got into it. I'm a chiropractor, and I take care of hundreds and hundreds of patients every week, and many of them have different types of arthritis that have pain and inflammation, and CBD oil is incredibly great at working with that. I myself have not rheumatoid, but I have severe osteoarthritis in my right ankle. It's completely bone on bone. Has been since I was a junior in high school. I had club feet when I was born. But here's the cool thing. I mean, I just ran 6 miles yesterday, all right? That's what I'm talking about. So CBD oil has the ability to reduce pain and inflammation, and I use it for that exactly. So now, that's ways that CBD oil can help with the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, the pain and inflammation, which is awesome, all right? But now let's try to get, and this is a little deeper. So if you feel like getting deep tonight, you're on the right video, because we're gonna get a little deeper, because we're gonna start talking about from a natural healthcare standpoint when we start talking about what are things that drive or can cause rheumatoid arthritis or irritate it or become a part of the mechanism of it. How could CBD oil help with that? Well, we're gonna start with number one, which is the gut microbiome. So the microbiome are all the good guys and bad guys, and the yeast and the bacteria and the viruses and everything that lives in your gut, all right? And researchers at many different universities, in natural healthcare, we've been talking about disruptions in the gut microbiome being linked to autoimmune conditions for over 20 years. I mean, I was taught this by a professor that gut microbiome caused rheumatoid arthritis literally 23 years ago in chiropractic school. Well, here just recently, medically, they're starting to do the research and going, oh, guess what? Like a doctor at the Mayo Clinic started looking at the gut microbiome and finding out that there were very specific, like nasty dudes, like bad bacteria that lived in the gut, typically of people with rheumatoid arthritis, and there was a significant absence of the diversity and the good stuff that they typically found in healthy individuals. So what we know is that disruptions in the gut microbiome are a major driving factor to rheumatoid arthritis. They actually determined that they made these types of bacteria, if you could find them in high amounts, that it was predictive of rheumatoid arthritis. Meaning, if you had this, we know you have rheumatoid arthritis. All right? So we know that these imbalances in the gut microbiome are a major driver of rheumatoid arthritis. Well, once you have those imbalances, those lead to further problems like gut inflammation, the imbalance of the bad guys and the good guys, and it can also lead to something known as where called increased gut permeability, which are the things that ultimately, it's called the leaky gut. So what happens is in a leaky gut is whole proteins, things that aren't supposed to be getting into your bloodstream, seep through your gut wall, get into your bloodstream, and your immune system creates a really nasty impact against it. And this constantly is triggering and firing up your immune system. And then your immune system gets more and more imbalanced and more fired up, and it can attack your joints. All right? So how can CBD oil help with that? Well, what the research has shown is that CBD actually helps support the microbiome in a couple different ways. Number one, we know it's an anti-inflammatory, so it helps reduce gut inflammation. Number two, in this imbalance, the bad guys versus the good guys, it tends to support it supports good guys in your gut, and it helps decrease the impact of bad guys in your gut. Which, if rheumatoid arthritis, if they found out that that's indicative of rheumatoid arthritis, doing that would be vitally important, right? And then lastly, we know that the side effects of having this dysbiosis or this imbalance is the fact that it can create leaky gut, and that further drives this immune imbalance. And that is, as the tight junctions in the gut open up, there's your leaky gut. Well, what they found out is that CBD oil helps reduce the chemical that relaxes that and increases the chemical that tightens it up. So CBD oil helps reduce gut permeability. So you have less leaky gut, you have less gut inflammation, you have better balance in the microbiome. Well, if that is a major driver of what's driving rheumatoid arthritis, how awesome is it that CBD oil has a benefit across many of those pieces? So if you have rheumatoid arthritis, number one, you have a gut problem. You have to know that, all right? And maybe nobody's ever told you that. Maybe nobody's ever helped you get through that. And if no one's ever helped you get through that, then in a minute I'm going to give you the opportunity. You can work with me and I can help you get through that. But I want you to know that that's one of the ways that CBD oil can help you with rheumatoid arthritis. Number two is immune system balance. Now here's the thing about autoimmune conditions. They typically break them up into and this is somewhat of an oversimplification, but it helps for the explanation, is there's two sides to your immune system. There's a side that attacks, and there's the side that marks things to be attacked, all right? And one's called Th1, one's called Th2, and typically what we see in an autoimmune condition is it gets severe. Gosh, I'm so blown out. I wish I could move this create severe imbalance in the immune system. So typically in rheumatoid arthritis, it's considered a Th1 dominant autoimmune condition, which means you got a whole bunch of attackers going crazy, and this other side of the immune system gets depressed, all right? And it's this imbalance that allows the immune system to keep on going and keep on attacking, all right? And so one of the things that you want to do, it's the medical treatment is they don't have a drug to create balance, okay? They can't reduce one side and bring one side up to create balance of a healthy immune system. So what do? They give you something that suppresses both sides. So they create balance by suppressing the entire immune system. But guess what? Suppressing the entire immune system, it's got some side effects, right? Your immune system's there for a reason. If you suppress it, well, don't, watch out for the coronavirus, right? Or don't touch a doorknob, or keep all those kids away from you that are sniffling and sneezing, because your immune system is going to be depressed, right? So we don't necessarily want to depress the immune system. We want to help create balance. And that's what CBD oil is so awesome about, is that CBD oil does not suppress the immune system, but what it does do is it helps create balance. And if we can help create balance in the immune system, you're less likely to express a huge difference in huge difference in how the immune system's working. So if everything is balanced, then the immune system works properly, all right? So this is one of the reasons, one of the things that vitamin D does is vitamin D helps create balance. It's a regulator of this process. This is why levels of autoimmune conditions are exceptionally high. So the further north you move away from the equator, the higher the incidence of autoimmune conditions and rheumatoid arthritis is. Why? Because you get less and less vitamin D the further away you get from the sun. All right? And so if your vitamin D goes low and it helps regulate this immune system, guess what? The more out of balance your immune system gets, the more likely you are to have rheumatoid arthritis. So CBD oil helps create some balance to this immune system, And when we do that, that really, really helps with sort of a causative driving factor of rheumatoid arthritis, all right? And then the third way that CBD oil can help on sort of a causative factor, we know, and we don't know all the mechanisms of why, all right? But one of the things that they almost always see is that stress, and maybe you've even noticed this, like let's say you didn't have a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis or really didn't have it, and you had a major stressful event in your life. You were in a car accident, you had a major job change, a death in the family, a horrible relationship thing, something traumatic, all right? And it caused a lot of stress on you, and within the year, next thing you know, you get diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, right? Stressful events have a way of triggering autoimmune conditions, all right? Well, here's what I want you to know about that. So let's say you've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. We know that stress, major stressors, can become a trigger. And typically autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis have a tendency to flare up and calm down, flare up and calm down. They wax and they wane. And a lot of times it's connected to things we eat, stressors in our life, all those kind of things. Well, here's what we know about CBD oil when it comes to stress. CBD is a great stress reliever. It helps calm down many of the stress hormones, all right? A lot of the stress hormones like cortisol. And so we know that CBD oil helps reduce cortisol, and by helping reduce those stress hormones, you're gonna help reduce the triggering of your autoimmune condition, to keep it at bay, to keep it calmed down, all right? Because if you keep having these stressful events, you're gonna keep having these triggers and flare-ups of it, all right? So, a couple ways that CBD oil can help with rheumatoid arthritis. The first is from a symptomatic standpoint, is we know that both orally and topically, all right? If you take CBD orally and put it directly on the joint topically, that it can help reduce pain and inflammation. And there's a couple different studies to show how that works, all right? Which is awesome. But like I said, I love to treat symptoms on the way to treating the cause, all right? And so that's really what this is about, because then we get to, all right, well, what could cause it? Well, we know that disruptions in the gut microbiome are really one of the premier problems or causers of autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, doctors at the Mayo Clinic found very specific bad dudes that live in the gut, and this is what we know about CBD oil. CBD oil and the microbiome has shown to be able to help support good guys and reduce bad guys in the gut, all right? And those bad guys, they create gut inflammation. We know CBD oil helps reduce gut inflammation and increase gut permeability, so you can get a leaky gut. And we know that CBD oil helps tighten up the tight junctions of the leaky gut, because that leaky gut, think about all the things in your gut seeping into your bloodstream and your immune system going bonkers, because it's like, what is that? And your immune system getting riled up, and the more riled up your immune system gets, it drives this autoimmune attack, right? It drives this autoimmune imbalance, this immune system imbalance. And so we know that CBD oil helps tighten up those tight junctions, reduces leaky gut. That's awesome. Number two is it helps create more balance in your immune system, right? We just talked about the imbalance. Well, through the way that it works with the endocannabinoid system, it helps create homeostasis and balance so that the two sides are going to be more regulated and more balanced. And number three, it helps reduce stress, because we know that stress, we don't know exactly how, but stress and stress hormones tend to be triggers to flare-ups in rheumatoid arthritis. And so if we can reduce that, it's going to be awesome. All right. Now listen, here's the thing. Many of you are like, that sounds great. I want to get some CBD oil. I'm going to wait, I don't know what to get, right? Maybe you don't know what to get. I realize a lot of people don't know what to get because there's a lot of garbage out there and there's a lot of misinformation, and there are probably people on here right now that have a bunch of misinformation that I don't agree with, all right? But what I do want you to know is, if you'd like to know the CBD oil that I recommend, all right, then what I want you to do is put info in the comments. This is the CBD oil that I take for my inflammation and arthritis. This is what I recommend for my patients. This is what I recommend for my parents. Everything, this is what it's for. If you want to know the CBD oil that I recommend, put info in the comments. Now, in your messenger is going to be a message that's going to be like, check out the CBD oil that Dr. Jim recommends, all right? And now listen, if someone else sent you this video and they may not recommend the same one that I recommend, but if they do, I hope they'll let you know that I recommend the same one that Dr. Jim recommends, so you can certainly order it from them if you would like. Number 2 is this CBD oil universe is growing, and we're helping a lot of people. And if you'd like to help me help more people, if you'd like to get on my team, all you have to do is put info in the comments, and in your messenger is going to be a free tour to the business. You can click on it, and when you check it out, you take a free tour of the business, see what it's all about. If you're interested in it, then you and I will talk, and I'll hook you up, and you'll be on my team. And then we can go out and spread this message. And you know what? Not only might you help people, but probably make a nice little side income if you'd like as well. All right? Third, I also realized rheumatoid arthritis, pretty much any autoimmune condition that you might have. All right? These are complex situations. And I know a lot of you got on here because you're like, I want to just take CBD oil to help fix my problem. Now, maybe some of you are already taking CBD oil to fix your problem, and maybe you're like, hey, it's really helped me a lot, but I know there's a lot further I could go. Well, if you'd like to go more in depth, have somebody actually help you and guide you through that process, then basically what we can do is you could work with me through that process. I am currently doing some very advanced metabolic nutritional testing. And it's advanced metabolic testing, it's blood and urine testing, and what it will tell us is literally at the cellular level, like, do you have everything you need for your cells to produce energy? It's going to tell us about, like, there's these metabolites that we can measure, which will tell us, do you have enough good guys in your gut or enough bad guys? So we're going to go to the condition of your microbiome. It'll tell us all your vitamins, minerals, and nutrient deficiencies, because there are very specific vitamin, mineral, nutrient deficiencies that can be connected to rheumatoid arthritis or a lot of autoimmune conditions. And it's going to tell us how you break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So with that, we'll know what your ideal eating style is and the exact supplements your body needs to help start your body to heal itself. All right? So if you'd like to work with me directly with this advanced testing, going through this full process, what I want you to do is I want you to put info in the comments. And in the comments, there's going to be a place where you can schedule a 15-minute free consultation with me. All right? So if you want to have that consultation with me, just put info in the comments. Then when that shows up in your messenger, click on the link and go ahead and schedule that 15-minute free consultation with me. And we will talk all about your health condition and how I think this testing may or may not help you, but typically how it will help you and how we can use it to help you see significant improvements. All right? Now, last thing, all right? So stick with me because this is really awesome, all right? What I've done is we've taken over 15,000 people who've done this advanced metabolic testing, right? And we took the results of those people and we were able to create a questionnaire test, all right? Now, this questionnaire test is about 118 questions. So take it serious, and they're just yes and no questions, all right? But through that test, we can figure out with an 80% reliability to the blood and urine test. So we're talking about a super high specific blood and urine test. This questionnaire matches it up to 80%, which is unheard of, all right? But this test is going to give you which of your metabolic pathways are broken down, what's not working well, and exactly the supplement recommendations to help fix it, in addition to the CBD oil that you should probably be taking, all right? So this gives us the next level of exactly what you need. Now, when you put info in the comments, this is what's cool about this test. This questionnaire test is 100% free to you through this video. So when you put info in the comments, it's going to show up in your messenger. Click to take the test. Now, something I want you to say. This test was created in collaboration with some of the world's expert doctors in this field. And so it was created in Italian. So when you click on it and it shows up in Italian, just go up in the left-hand corner and click on the flag and you can turn it into English, all right? Do that before you do anything else. Turn it into English. Put in your information, take the test. It is going to send me a 4-page report giving me a score across 7 different pillars of your metabolism, how you're doing in each one. And on the last page, it says, okay, these are the supplements to help fix those, all right? I will look at it, then I will forward it to you and with a link to get those if you would like, all right? So please, if you would like info about this free advanced metabolic test questionnaire. Put info in the comments. It's going to be awesome. Really could change your life. This is the exact test that my family and I use really on a monthly basis. We take this test monthly and we alter our supplements and exactly what we're taking to support our health based on the answers of this test. All right. I take care of a lot of patients with it. It's awesome. Normally, as a part of a program, it costs money, but for you tonight, it is free. So put info in the comments. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep offering it for free to you guys. So put info in the comments if you want to take that test as soon as possible. Now, the supplements that it's going to recommend, man, these are super high quality professional grade. Let's say you have an MTHFR gene snippet problem, right? A lot of you guys are like, oh, I can't take this or that because I have MTHFR. Guess what? The B vitamins in any of the supplements that come with this are already the most reduced specifically for people that have MTHFR gene problems, all right? That's what makes it awesome. So put info in the comments and this will definitely help you out. So, yes. So, CBD oil for rheumatoid arthritis, man, it's done. If you don't order it from me, order it from somebody on this video. Definitely make sure it's the brand that I recommend because I think there's a lot of garbage out there and I wouldn't want you to get caught up in a bunch of garbage. Second, if you want to join my team, if you'd like to work with me directly, like you're like, yeah, that questionnaire test is great, but I need more help than that, then set that free 15-minute consultation with me. And if you just really want to get some answers and get started and do a little DIY work, then go ahead and take that free test. It'll really help you out, all right? So, just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, hey, Hunter, I know you're watching right now, buddy. Hey, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. The day you believe that could change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome night.